Everyone, welcome back to a brand new episode of Trash Talk. I'm here with a very, very special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey, what's good? It's me.
And jumping straight into it, right? For anybody that doesn't know, right, you had a lot of success with your a series around Prime and the YouTuber KSI. Would you like to sort of just dive into that for people that maybe don't know your content or whatever?
Oh, yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I should have gave you more than yeah. What's good? It's me.
It's me.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess that's why I'm here. I did a video making well, at least I attempted to make the Prime drink at home, and
Hmm.
it was a success. It was a big success.
Hmm.
The biggest success that I've had so far, at least in my life.
Well,
Um, Yeah, that's. I mean, I don't know what else I should say about it. It was very good. I'm pretty much. My channel is pretty much like the only source of revenue that I have right now. So
mhm.
it's um it's been a big fucking thing in my life. As dumb as it sounds, making the Prime at home. it's
Well,
been a, it's been a life
it,
changer.
yeah, well, for you, right, it probably kicked off quite a bit because obviously that JJ reacted to it multiple times, right? Multiple like different videos of yours, like doing sort of like similar stuff with it, like on his Reddit. And I'm assuming for you, that's like a big change to see one of like arguably one of the biggest content creators just on social media in general, like react to some of your stuff. Like
Yeah.
when you
Well,
watch
it's
that
not it's not
before.
just like one of the biggest
Mhm.
content creators. It's like one of my favorite content creators that
Yeah.
I've followed since I was a kid. I mean, KSI like for the longest time was almost like a fictional character that it was
Hmm.
it was just this fucking guy through the screen that made me laugh every now and then. And then
Yeah,
it's like to
100%.
see him like watch something that I made for him. It was I mean at the time it was crazy. I'm not like still pissing myself over it, but it was it was pretty
Yeah, yeah.
dope. And besides it being pretty dope for that reason, it's also like it's been um insanely like beneficial to my entire life because like I said, it's pretty much like it gave me a career out of this YouTube thing.
Yeah, 100%. And that was generally going to be my next question. Like, how did that affect your whole YouTube side of things, just seeing like JJ react to some of your videos?
Well, it gave me a perspective. It gave me an interesting perspective, which is that I no longer saw like KSI and all these other YouTubers as like people because beforehand it was like I saw these people as like unreachable. Like it
Yeah.
was these fucking celebrities that made videos and that was it. That was it. There wasn't
Hmm.
even like I'd see people like meeting famous celebrities and I'm like, wow, that's so weird. Must be so odd. Like just interacting with something like somebody like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And then there I am doing it, and it's sort of like it sounds dumb, but it gave me like a weird realization that oh, these are real people. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. 100%. Like, I feel like if someone as big as that, and especially someone who you watched, right, I feel like that's like a changing moment. And what makes it even more special is, of course, not only did he react to you, but you made a short out of it, just like showing the moment when he did react to you, which is now sitting on nearly 30 million views on Shorts. Like for you having a video like that blow up like pretty quickly, right? How did that feel in the moment? Because I know a lot of people like feel under pressure when something like that happens. Like, what was your reaction to seeing a video like that get so many views?
I definitely had more of a reaction when JJ reacted to my video
Hmm.
originally, but that specific short that you're talking about, that's not really. I'll be honest with you, I didn't really care much about that. I mean, it was cool, but I didn't. I don't know why. I really don't know. Now that the way you said it there,
Yeah.
30 million, whatever. That was like I don't think it's 30 million. Yeah, I think it's like 26. But
Hmm.
regardless, still that number is pretty. I mean, it's so big, it doesn't even feel like I can't comprehend it. So it just comes out of my mouth like, yeah, 30 mil. I don't know, because I
Yeah,
can't
yeah, yeah.
actually like imagine that amount of people.
Hmm. No,
So
100%.
yeah, it doesn't really. The fact like saying KSI reacted to one of my videos that gives me more of a reaction rather than this this million amount of people watch my video doesn't really. I don't know why. Feel like I should be more surprised by that, but I'm not. I don't know why.
Well, I guess for you, like this is just an assumption of like what we spoke about already. I guess for you, as like someone who like enjoyed KSI's content and watched his content, I guess it almost gives a different feeling to views, right? That someone you've watched for so long has seen your content and found it funny and enjoyed it.
Yeah, wait, what's the question? Sorry.
No, I was just talking about the fact like how like you might perceive the views like as maybe not as important as like seeing as someone who you've like
Oh yeah, yeah,
idolized
exactly.
watching stuff for
No,
so long.
that's exactly what I was trying to say. I just did a fucking horrible job at explaining it, but that's pretty much what I was trying to say. Is that like JJ being someone that I've looked up to and I've been watching for the longest time as a kid, the fact that
Mm-hmm.
he saw something that I made for him, it was more shocking to me than getting a shit ton of views on a short.
No, 100%. Like I guess from that
Samuel,
perspective, right?
Samuel, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, it was good, Eminem.
Oh, thank you. So like, how did you get popular besides making an orange juice and calling it prim?
I don't have the answer to that. I just
All
don't know
right.
that I did in fact get popular
So
because of that.
that was a joke question. My real
Well,
question is, do you
like
have KSI's
I guess from that
contacts?
perspective,
Do you have
right? Like
KSI's
I
contacts?
feel like
Like,
you see a lot of people
I
like
want to
when they
set
do
some
blow up, right? Just to
spelling
like sort of
bees
add
here.
on
I
to
want
that,
to set
right?
up
Wait, hold
spelling
on, hold
bees.
on.
Spelling bees.
One of you guys doesn't realize that one of you is talking over one another.
I do realize. I just don't want to be
Right.
spoken over.
All right, what? Okay, hold on. Who's in charge here? I gotta know. Is
I,
it Goku or is it Sam?
Yeah, it's me. Don't worry, I've just muted him. Um, just to add on to what he was saying, like for you, I guess like blowing up, sort of not overnight, right? Like I feel like
yeah,
obviously there's like quite a bit of
mm,
grind there.
yeah,
Um, but like blowing up from that amount of like success from just seeing like JJ react to it, like of course we saw like about like how the views felt different and like basically JJ felt more important to you like reacting to it. When you were like getting that success, did you still feel that sense of like achievement like from getting those views from each video that you did pump out eventually?
I mean, I guess so. Yeah, I did feel a sense of achievement, but
Hmm.
like I said, certainly felt more of a sense of achievement when JJ saw something that I made. That was yeah, that had a much more of a bigger effect.
No, 100%. I 100% understand that. And like moving forward, content wise, all right. Like I've seen you've been like, or like you've literally just released a video on Andrew Tate. Like, where are you trying to push your content forward now?
I have absolutely no idea. I'm literally like I'm just if I get an idea for a video,
Hmm.
I'll try my best to put it to work. If it doesn't work out, I'll just move on to something else. I try my best to, just live in the present instead of just like planning ahead way too much.
You know,
I'm not
100%.
good at that anyways, so yeah.
Like, well, I feel like with a lot of your content, you're very experimental with some of it, especially like with your recent like Andrew Tate stuff. Like, it's not like the usual content that you'd make like surrounded maybe like the YouTube boxing stuff and like Jake Paul and like all that sort of stuff, right?
Yeah, it's just
So,
all over the place.
yeah, yeah. For you, like, would you say that like experimenting like on your channel is important? Like, just doing whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I think that's an important thing to always do.
Hmm.
Excuse me, I just had to burp there. But
You
yeah,
know.
I think that's very important to always. I mean, the whole prim thing was an experiment. I mean, that was literally just out of nowhere. I was like, yeah, that sounds funny. I'll do it. And
Well,
turns
yeah.
out it's the best thing that I ever did on my channel. So I think it's important to always, um, when you have an idea and it sounds stupid, just do it anyways. I think that's important.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I guess it's the ideas that we like never do or like consider, that could end up being some of the like best ideas that people do, right? I feel like if you don't try, then you're never gonna get somewhere, right? Like, it
Yeah, I
always
mean,
comes
looking
from
back at that
experimenting.
Prime video, it's something that that could have been so easily dismissed.
Hmm.
But
Like,
you know, I'm happy and I capitalized on it because it was very good.
well, 100%, and like you made like quite a few videos like surrounding that idea, right? But you did branch out, and you branched out into stuff like the Mr. Beast burger and stuff, and like his chocolate bar. Was that sort of like a similar idea for you to sort of just like branch out and do like the similar idea, but just make it like up the quality, up everything, and just like make it the best you can be with like a brand new sort of, I don't know, like idea surrounding the sort of similar
Well,
like
I don't know about
style.
upping the quality, but it was just my YouTuber instinct to capitalize on something that happens to get views. I was like, this did well. Yeah, I'll do something similar to it, but slightly different. That was basically what that video was. But
Mhm.
I tried to make it entertaining.
Like for you, when you do make content, like do you like? I know we see a lot of content creators that are way more focused on the analytical view, than focusing on like the actual content, the editing, or whatever may you like make your videos, right?
I
For
focus
you,
on neither, to be honest.
what what do you focus on as a content creator? Just like genuinely, just overall.
I I think that might be my genuine answer. Like neither. I literally like I
Hmm.
have an idea and I just put it out. I mean, don't get me wrong. If a video is like 1 out of 10 on the the analytics page, I'm fucking pissed about that. I don't like it. But
Yeah.
I just I don't understand how YouTube works. I have no idea. Like the algorithm is so random. You
Hmm.
just that's why I think it's important to experiment all the time because the algorithm is so random and all over the place. And I think the more you experiment, the better your chances are to land on something that the algorithm likes.
Well, yeah, 100%. And I feel like you've spoke about a lot about like how the videos you do are videos you just genuinely want to do, like, or that you can find like maybe comedy out of, or whatever it may be, right?
Yeah.
Like for you, when you're pushing forward into making content, or just even your older content, has that always been the sort of style and the sort of message you wanted to push? That you're just doing it because you want to upload content rather than I want to do it to make it my job?
Well, it's certainly a bit of both. I mean, I'm
Hmm.
clear on many videos that I've made recently that I'm not exactly sure what I want to do.
Yeah.
So this whole thing is just a big experiment in a way.
Hmm.
Yeah, so
Well,
I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure about anything, to be honest with you. Like this channel, just anything in general.
no, no, I 100% get that though. Like, I feel like with your content, it feels very much like you upload when you want to and when you have a good idea or like a good like content or like anything you want to post, right? Like, I feel
Yeah.
like that's very present in your content. Like, you don't have like this strict schedule that like a lot of other content creators have. You just post when you want to. And for
Well,
like,
the reason for
yeah.
that isn't I don't want to make the claim that the reason for that is just because I value my creativity and I don't
Hmm.
want to put out something. It's not that. It's genuinely just laziness. Like if I'm being honest, I'm just lazy. Like it's not like the content that I put out like every once in a month, is like
Yeah.
amazing. So I'll be honest with you, it's just I have a terrible work ethic and I need to work on it. And I could certainly be a much better content creator if I just work on that. And I'm trying,
Hmm.
but yeah, I think I'm definitely starting to figure it out.
No,
Like
100%.
sort of like structuring a schedule around uploading videos. 3 videos a week probably works for me because
Hmm.
I have to like write scripts and stuff. As dumb as that, as not
Yeah.
believable as that sounds, like when you're watching my videos, but I do like write some stuff for them. So yeah, definitely not like me trying to be like creatively free or whatever. Like it's literally just a terrible work ethic.
Well, for you, like I 100% like for you when I'm watching your videos, right? I feel like regardless, like I feel like your work ethic at the moment, like regardless of that, it seems to be whatever you're doing has worked, right? You're nearly on 700,000 subscribers, something that a lot of people only dream of,
Yeah,
and like whatever it may be, I feel like it works for you, right? Like getting whoever's attention, like making these videos that you just genuinely have fun with. Like when you do make a video, like what does your video process look like? Like of course you just mentioned scripting and stuff, but like is there anything else that goes into making one of your videos?
process behind making a video. It's the videos that I genuinely enjoy doing are the ones that are spontaneous.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that are like I'll just have an idea and it sounds funny and I just I do it, and it's usually sketches. I really like filming sketches.
Yeah.
Sketches on stuff like the cooking videos, they're fun as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have jokes written down, and also like as you're filming the whole thing, jokes will just come to you out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that type of stuff, like when you just have a stupid idea and you just do it out of nowhere, yeah, that those ones are fun. But like the commentary ones, I'm not gonna say they're not fun to do, but you know, certainly not as not as fun.
No,
I don't think
100%.
are there any synonyms of fun? That's what I was trying to look for.
Like,
Amusing.
yeah. Like, I get that, right? Like, I feel like making your like more like skit type videos where you have to script it and like put way more of, I guess, yourself into, right? Like when you're making one of those like cooking videos, you've got to come up with the jokes. You've got to like see what like hits, right? Like it does take and has a process. Well, I guess commentary is commentary, right? I don't
Yeah,
think what.
like for example, that chocolate video.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna keep talking about me making cooking videos, and somebody watching this that has never watched my videos is gonna get curious and go, check out these quote unquote cooking videos, and it's just gonna have a heart attack.
Yeah.
But yeah, like for example, the Mr. Beast. I almost said pizza. I don't know why. The Mr. Beast burger video or Mr. Beast
Mm-hmm.
chocolate. Actually, that one is even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought of it. Light bulb lit up above my head. I was like, dude, I'll make Mr. Beast chocolate. I'll just get a fucking chocolate, freeze it, reheat it, and I'll just wait. I did that backwards. Heat it, freeze it, and then reheat it, and then
Yeah.
call it a Mr. Beast chocolate and make a fucking bootleg Mr. Beast chocolate packaging. And it's
Yeah.
just the dumbest thing ever. But yeah, those ones are fun because they're spontaneous and they're not like forced at all.
Yeah, like I feel like they're enjoyable as well because they are just like such a random dumb idea, right? Like
Yeah.
you wouldn't see like Mr. Beast go out there and do that to himself, right? You wouldn't see like a big content creator go out and do that to another content creator. So like I guess it's almost like that sense of originality as well, right? Like I know everyone like is inspired by each other, but I feel like those sort of videos, like just because of how spontaneous they are, they do have like a lot of humor in that you just can't replicate elsewhere. So for you, when you do make that, is that style of content? I know you said that you would rather like live in the moment, right? But for
Mm.
you, like with that sort of content, is that content that you would 100% want to like make more of in the future?
Uh, I mean, like I said, I'm spontaneous. If an idea that is in that category of content comes to me and it sounds good, I'll do it. But
Mm-hmm.
right now, no, I don't have anything. I don't have anything that involves me being in my kitchen doing something.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, I'm trying my best to, you know, anytime I think of something stupid that could be a video, I'll just write it down. See, the problem
Mm-hmm.
with me is that, like, besides laziness, which I've mentioned, like, I have a terrible work ethic, but I'm also like I'm very like doubtful of myself. Like, I just bully myself to death. Like, there's so many videos that I never did,
Yeah.
and like I'll just dismiss them. And it looking back, there's so many videos that I could have done
Mm-hmm.
during like certain trends that I missed out on. And yeah, I that's basically like two of the biggest things of why I don't really upload that often is because I have a terrible work ethic, and I doubt so many of the videos. It's so many of the video ideas that I have because I don't know why. I guess it's just like a fucking personal issue that I have. I
Yeah.
guess self-doubt. There you go.
Well, for you, when you do like end up like not making videos because you're self-doubting yourself and you've got a bad work ethic,
Yeah.
like is there any a point like when you're like now, for example, when you look back on that, do you regret never like maybe taking that chance to do it?
Not really, to be honest. I don't really dwell on the past. Not that I try not to dwell on the past. I just don't. I'm not really inclined to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I just try right now to just capitalize on any stupid idea that I have because it's so easy. Like it's like for an example, that fucking Mr. Beast either burger or chocolate video. Like it's so dumb. It's like it could have been so easily dismissed by me and just bullied into the corner and having me never do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so like the fact that I did those videos and they did relatively well, like that pushes me to like whenever I have an idea and it sounds dumb,
Yeah.
that pushes me to like actually capitalize on them.
Well, like I guess like the common theme of what you've been talking about, right? And I feel like I'll just use this to finish up on my end, right? I feel like for you when you make videos, I feel like arguably like this is just what I got from you and you speaking about your videos. Almost more spontaneous the better, more random, right? That they almost feel like they're way more personalized. They feel like they've got way more humor in them just because you've had that light bulb moment to make this
Yeah.
video that just for you is that creative like source. Like I don't know if you'd agree with that, but I feel like that's what like I've sort of got from like you speaking about your content.
Yeah, it's I don't know how to explain it, but like when you have a stupid idea and it's good, like at the time, the best thing that you can do is just immediately capitalize on it, start writing jokes for it, or any jokes like in the moment that you thought of that could be funny in a certain situation, just immediately write them down
Yeah.
because otherwise you're just gonna like start criticizing it. And like
Hmm.
when you have a joke in mind and you start deconstructing it and you're like, oh, I don't know if that would work, or this doesn't make sense, or this or that, you fuck up the joke, and it's not funny anymore to you. And when it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
funny anymore to you, you can't say it.
No, 100%. Like
So
I
yeah,
feel
that's what
like
I'm trying to say.
I feel like for you, like with jokes and stuff, like when you do think of a joke, like regardless if there's like a video that's come to your mind and you've had that light bulb moment, right? If you just come up with a joke and it's like a topic that might be doing well at the moment, do you always jot that down, or is it something that you have to have like a, I don't know, like a good idea that just comes into your head like spontaneously and then you do it, or can you think of a joke and then like start doing it like that?
Wait, wait, hold on. Can you just repeat that again? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
sure. For you, is it almost like you have to have like a spontaneous idea and then the jokes come to your mind, or
Hmm.
do you almost think of jokes before the idea?
Oh, that's an interesting question, actually. Um, okay, so do I think of the jokes before I have the idea, or do I think of the idea and then immediately start thinking of jokes?
Yeah.
I think it might actually be that I think of jokes beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
I think of a joke in a certain situation where I'm, let's say, in the kitchen and I'm boiling a chocolate bar,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, that would be a funny thing to say during while I'm doing that. And I'll
Mm-hmm.
just build off of it, and I'll just build a whole video off of that one joke in that situation that I thought of. I think I definitely have done that with some videos, but some other videos I've definitely done it the other way around, where I think of the idea and then I'll just come up with the jokes later.
No, 100%. Like, I guess for you, it just depends what like comes to your mind first, and just I guess overall, what seems like the better idea, right? Like,
Mm.
I feel like, and this will just be my closing line of like the episode. I feel like, what I've learned from you as someone who has watched like quite a few of your videos, mainly your cooking series, right? I feel like what I've learned is that the jokes and the video idea, like it almost has to be like equally as like good, spontaneous, random, and funny to be able to create one of these good videos that genuinely, like I know you've said the algorithm's like random and like it's really hard to like sort of crack down on like and like generally just analyze it, but they seem to do really well in like the like analytics side of things, but also just for your creative prospects.
Yeah.
So like I do really get like how videos come to your mind and how you sort of form them now.
Yeah, hopefully I explained myself well. I've definitely stuttered a bit, definitely stumble over my words every now and then, but
No, it's
you
all
know,
good. I've done the
I
exact
think
same.
this is why I really like doing these. Like
Hmm.
I've done like one or two or five, I don't know, I'm not sure, but I've spoken to some people, and I like doing these. I might actually start a podcast of my own because I need to talk more. 'Cause it's just like it's good practice. I feel like if
Hmm.
you're a content creator, you just if you can't speak, it's difficult. If you can't speak well,
Yeah.
I should say, you have to be able to speak very well. It's like the reason why Andrew Tate is so popular. Is like if you couldn't speak as well as he does, he wouldn't be nearly as big as he is right now. So that's definitely an important skill.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I feel like as a content creator, you've always got to formulate your opinions, your views, almost like, I guess this is ironic, but almost spontaneously, right?
Yeah.
Like, for videos like that with Andrew Tate, like, of course, he has already his thoughts in his mind and stuff because it's like, I'm assuming things that he already believes in, right? Like, behind the camera, behind the
Yeah, no,
scenes.
he can never be caught off guard. So like
Yeah,
the way he speaks in videos and stuff, like you can't just like run up to him in real life and he'll just be like a completely different, awkward person. He'll just be the same guy.
yeah,
Uh,
exactly. Like,
yeah, I think it's important to just like actually be who you
mhm.
are in the videos instead of just editing yourself to perfection.
Well, yeah, like I've had like quite a lot of people like on the podcast recently that focus a lot more on editing than they do their scripts
Mm.
or how they come across with their speech. But I almost feel like you're the opposite, right? You want to get better at like how you come across when you're speaking, when you're formulating your views and opinions, just so that you are also spontaneous in that category. Like,
Yeah.
so I do commend that.
No, that's true. Yeah. I mean right now I do rely heavily on editing to make myself sound even just like coherent.
Hmm.
So yeah, and I'm trying my best to like learn to actually just be spontaneous in my speech.
Yeah.
To open opportunities for like streaming and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, 100%. Like I saw that you did a stream with like Fox the G. Like, is that something that like with just doing all of like working on like how you come across when you're speaking and like formulating stuff? Is that something you genuinely like be excited to maybe do and just interact with people more as like live streaming and stuff?
Yeah, I think I will. I don't know why I haven't done it. Yeah, but
Hmm.
it's that thing. It's just that fucking self-doubt thing where it doesn't let me like be as spontaneous as I want to be. Like I want to just like think like it would be cool if I did a stream with this guy and just then immediately do it. But then like as soon as you start criticizing it, like, oh, what if it ends up being awkward? What if the
Yeah.
stream cuts off? What if their internet goes off? Whatever. It's just like you completely mess it up, and so you have to just beat your brain like before you start criticizing it. You just do it.
Yeah, 100%. Like I feel like it almost comes back to that self-doubt you were speaking about with your like videos and like when you do create videos. Like I feel like that's something that I've learned that from you is that this self-doubt that you do have like about either your content or about some of your ideas. I feel like that maybe does plague a lot of your content, right?
Yeah,
I
you
feel
think it
like
wouldn't like the fact that so many
yeah.
of my videos have done relatively well. You'd think that I wouldn't have any like doubt at all, but somehow I still. And I think it's just like something that a lot of people have.
Hmm.
It's most people have it, I think. Most people that make YouTube videos have self-doubt. And the people who don't, I feel like they're just complete psychopaths. Like I have so many I think I can think of so many examples with like Penguin Z for an example. Right?
Hmm.
Like I could never upload a video like Penguin Z's because it's just like I can never record a 20-minute video, barely edited video of me just speaking to the camera and just upload it and just be able to sleep at night happily.
Hmm.
Like it has to be heavily edited. There must be a shit ton of sound effects to make sure that I don't know. Like I'm trying to like almost hide behind the editing.
No, yeah, I 100% get that. And from watching your videos and speaking to you, I feel like come back to like how the editing and like how you use the editing to sort of like come across in a certain way. I feel like in your videos you come across as like a pretty confident guy, right? I feel
Yeah.
like of course like the videos have their moments, but I feel like you come
No,
across
I'm
as
I
this
am
guy
I'm
who's
not like
pretty confident.
I'm not like not confident.
Hmm.
I don't know how to explain it because like I say self-doubt, but it's not as bad as self-doubt usually is. Because some people have serious self-doubt. It's not
Yeah.
that serious in my case. Like serious self-doubt for me would be like if I just straight up just didn't never upload or show my face. But like
Hmm.
I have like probably like mild self-doubt where I just have to almost like grab the steering wheel of my brain and just like if I have an idea, just like turn around towards it and just fucking do it before I actually start criticizing it. That's about it, really. Like in the camera, it's not like I'm not actually confident. Like I do like I'll do like a couple of takes, but
Mhm.
I am able to look at the camera and say something. And to be honest, like those cooking videos aren't exactly heavily edited, just because like I'm standing and I'm I don't know how to explain it. It's just I feel confident when it's just like somebody holding a camera filming me and I'm just talking. But for some reason, when I'm at my desk, you'd think that would be more comfortable for me to talk while I'm at my desk and it's just I'm by myself. But
Mhm.
somehow it's not. Like I actually stutter so much more. I stumble over my words so much more when I'm just like on my desk. And I
Yeah.
have no idea why. It's just I don't know. I don't know if there's an explanation, but yeah.
No, I
Probably should
100%
talk
get
to a
what you
therapist
mean.
about it.
Well, like 100% what you mean though. Like I feel like maybe for you standing up and like doing all that, you're almost putting more of like a physical performance also into your videos. Like you're using your hands, you're using your like body, you're walking around and stuff.
Yeah.
Where like you've got a place to maybe even if you've got like that little self doubt, right? Or you've got maybe like a little anxiety towards the video or whatever, like whatever it may be, right? When it comes towards the video, you've got a way to almost burn that off pretty quickly. Like you're always doing stuff, you're moving about, and like maybe grabbing like one of the prim bottle props, whatever, right? Where
Yeah,
when it
that's
comes,
a very good way to put it. Yeah, it's more like the fact that I'm more physical and I'm moving around, I'm picking things up, put them down, like that helps.
hmm
That helps with like keeping me afloat and just like
yeah.
talking naturally.
Well, like I guess then that's like a pretty stark contrast to like you sitting down at maybe like a desk and like your computer or whatever you may be, and then
Yeah,
streaming, right? Or like maybe video.
it feels so rigid and
hmm
it feels fake. That's what it is. It feels fake like
Yeah.
looking at a camera as just I'm by myself in my desk and I'm pretending that someone's behind the camera when I'm gonna upload the video maybe like 2 days later.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100% get that, and I really do appreciate you speaking more about this, right? Because of course, from like a lot of your cooking videos, it's not like you have like a sort of like session where you just like at the end of the video you just speak about like oh yeah, like I had doubts about this originally, right? Like
Mm.
so I do appreciate the insight into that. And the one is I think we've come to all of my questions, and I know that like the guy with the M profile just wants to quickly ask a question. I don't know if it's personal to you or him, but he just wants to ask a question if
I'm
that's okay.
happy to answer anything, man. I'm happy to answer some goofy questions if there are any.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay.
So, there you go.
Do you know anyone that can set up a spelling bee?
Set up a spelling bee? Oh fuck, I need to do a video.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
need to you need to understand the law, but yeah.
Wait, hold on. Okay, so your question, do I know anybody that can set up a spelling bee?
Yeah, like maybe KSI can set up like a fucking yeah, like the undercard of the boxing match. If it could be a spelling bee, that would be fucking amazing.
The undercard of a boxing event is a spelling
Yes,
bee?
yeah, spelling bee. I know it sounds stupid, but it's different and it's good. Okay.
Uh, it's definitely different. Yeah, I don't know about good, but it's different.
Okay.
But yeah,
How, all right. How much are your prim bottles going for?
I don't know. I don't know if it has a price at this point, but if I do manage to acquire some star power in the future and actually become like a proper celebrity, maybe I'll,
You're a
maybe
celebrity to me. Come on.
well, to you I might be, but yeah,
I have pictures of you in my room like the North Koreans.
you need to know that.
I'm sorry.
uh, right. I rarely ever get lost for words, but I'm lost. I'm lost for words. You know, like I feel like it comes back to the theme of the video, self doubt, right? I'm
Yeah,
doubting if I should have let him ask that question now. Um,
that was a good
but
question. It was so good that I don't remember it. What was it again?
It was, can you set up a spelling bee? And also, how much your
What kind of
prim?
a question
Also,
even? Who can't set up a spelling bee? Like unless you're just like you have Down syndrome or something. It's just like you spell this and you spell that.
yeah.
Is there anybody that is genuinely like physically unable to set up a spelling bee? That I need
Look,
to have like connections.
We need it We need it professionally set up, though.
We need somebody to sanction
We
the
need
spelling bee.
the first ever pro spelling bee tournament. I'm pretty sure that's a thing already.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll just like we'll find some government organization that'll set it up.
You have KSI's contact info.
I don't have KSI's contact info, but I know somebody
Ah.
that can get me his address.
What about mini breath mint?
Mini breath mint?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I think for everyone watching, we're gonna end the Trash Talk episode here. So
Thank you.
I really do appreciate you coming on the podcast. It's been a pleasure to speak to you.
I appreciate you having me,
I've
man.
pleasured myself.
It's all good. And thank you everyone for watching today's episode of Trash Talk. If you did enjoy today's episode of Trash Talk, please go and like and subscribe to everybody involved in today's episode and just the podcast. And I will catch you in the next episode of Trash Talk.